Hi guys, you're welcome to the channel. Hi family. Yeah, that's better. That's the way I love addressing everyone who is subscribed to the channel. You guys are family. So hi family, you're welcome to the channel. I am Favor Napoleon. In case you're just meeting me for the first time, or okay guys, let me not go that way. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys why I think people shouldn't come to Ireland, but that might sound too harsh to someone who is just watching or will see the title, why you shouldn't come to Ireland. So maybe I should put it in a better way so that someone will not feel, why is she telling us that when she's there? Okay, so the things you should know before coming to Ireland, guys, that's what I'm going to be sharing in this video. And in the other video after this one, guys, I'm also going to be sharing the things you should know now that you are in Ireland, or this phone again, now that you are in Ireland, or the reason why you should come. So guys, it's going to be in two different parts, but this one is why you shouldn't come. Guys, I'm going to be sharing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, or as much as I can share in this video. So guys, the first one is accommodation problem. Guys, nobody ever told me this before coming to Ireland. Accommodation is a really big deal in Ireland. Before we came to Ireland, MP has to come first. My husband has to come first and get a place where he's going to be staying. He got just one room, which he was staying. And guys, he waited. We looked for a house, a bigger apartment. We couldn't see for months. He was here alone because of accommodation. And it's in Ireland I got to know that you can have like an apartment of 3 bedroom, and different family can rent out those apartments and be living there. It's legalized in Ireland. So these are things you should know. Before we came to Ireland, sorry guys, before we came to Ireland, we were living in Italy. In Italy, it is illegal for you to even have someone staying in the restroom, as I wanted to say restroom, for you to have someone staying in your apartment and is not official, as in you did not inform what do they call it now, the community, that somebody is living in your house. But in Ireland, people get to rent out their rooms. Somebody can even rent out their living rooms. You can have more people living in the house. So when we first got to Ireland, it was like, what's going on here? Are you sure police is not going to bust in one day and arrest us? MP took a room in the house. It's a duplex. So we're like, this thing is wrong. What if not the police comes, But in Ireland, it is legalized. So many people can be in the same house. And it's legalized, as in 3 people, 4 family, even 6 family can live in the same house, as far as they don't fight. As much as they can live with themselves, as many people that the house can accommodate can live in the house, even as more than what hey God, which grammar am I speaking? To cut the whole story short is that 50 people can decide to live in a 3-bedroom apartment, as much as they have where to lay their heads. That is how it is in Ireland, because of the Ukraine, the Ukraine war and all that. So a lot of people, a lot of Ukrainians were relocated to Ireland, started living in Ireland. Some at the point when we came to Ireland, I saw tents. They said it was even different places in Ireland. They had to build tents because there was no house to even house a lot of them, to put them. So they had to start building tents inside the code, guys, that these people were living in. So guys, to cut those stories short, the number one thing you should consider before coming to this country, guys, is accommodation. If you don't have accommodation, if you have not seen accommodation, guys, I'm not trying to discourage you guys. It is really, 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 really something else. And guys, the next one, the number 2, is the price. Guys, the price. Because I told you guys it wasn't in this episode, it was the episode that I shared on how we came to Ireland, how we resorted coming to Ireland. That was where I shared it. There was a time we were exempted out of our house. The landlord told us to go. He gave us, was it not 2 weeks? He told us that we should leave the house, we should vacate the house, you know. So we started looking for houses, trying to get accommodation. Where should we go? Where should we not go? And all that. And then we realized that the price of accommodation, because where we were staying before, we were staying in just 1 bedroom, which was very expensive. You know, we entered the house. The landlord kept increasing the rent of that house by €100 every month, until he got to a point he increased it by 200, 300, because he wanted us to leave, you know. So then we started searching for a house. We found that the accommodation is very, very expensive. If you are coming to Highland to get the place, a beautiful place to stay, like a 3-bedroom, you should be thinking about €2,800, €2,500, you know. That's the range of how cheap you can get in Dublin if you want to rent a house. Even if you go to the Ascot, the difference is not up to 200, 300 euros. So it's also on the high side. So that was one thing that you should know before coming to the Highland, that the accommodation is on the high side, you know. And people basic salary, sometimes you wonder how can they meet up. So that's why most of the time they have to ask other people. You see different family living in one accommodation so that they can be able to pay the rent, guys. So that is the second one. Then the third one is the weather. Oh my goodness, I've never seen this kind of weather in my life. When I came to Ireland, I was like, what's going on here? In 10 minutes it's raining. In another 10 minutes it's sunny, as in the sun is now burning someone's body. And in the next minute again is windy. So the weather is something that is just everywhere. I think that's the best way I can explain it. As in, the weather in Nigeria, they will say is off and on. As in, the thing they off and on. So the weather, this one is more than off and on. This one is off on. In short, I don't even know the words to explain Highland weather. Weather is not constant. Now we are in summer. As I'm making this video now, that's why I can even dare to wear this kind of shorthand in the car, because the heater is not on. We are in summer, but guys, I came to this car with my jacket to in case the weather just change. So that's how Ireland weather is. Even when it's summer, you still want to wear your jacket. You still want to hold your umbrella, because anything can just happen. The weather changes in every 2 seconds or 5 seconds or 1 minute. It can be rainy, windy, sunny in one day. Different kind of. So guys, that is the third. Is that the third? Yes, the reason what you should know before coming to this Highland. Then the fourth one is, which will be the last one. The last one is, guys, when I got to this country, when I landed, that was the first thing I noticed. I saw posters of people. I saw posters of animals. My daughter has to take my attention to that. You know, guys, of missing people. People miss in Ireland, guys, which is really, really bad. You see posters of people in the city center, in Dublin, in the main city, guys. It's not in the remote areas. In the main city, you see posters of people missing. Their families are looking for them. There are some, they will even put ransom. If you can find these people, they're going to pay you this amount, you know. People just miss. You know, the level of kidnapping people in Ireland is very, very high. And this is the first country I saw that, the one I was telling you my daughter had to take my attention to, where you see missing cats. I was saying, which kind of Igbo people be this? In Nigeria, who cares if a cat is missing? Oh my goodness. So that's one thing, that's one bad thing that happens in Ireland, that you have to know before coming to Highland. The rate of missing people here are very, very high. And if you go to school, you have to look out for your children when you are taking them, especially in the city. You know, in where we are coming from is most of the time this kind of thing occurs in the villages, in the remote areas. But in Ireland, is usually in the city where these things happened, you know, and the level of pocket picking, you know, they snatched my phone when I just arrived. The first month I arrived Ireland, my phone was taken from me. I was trying to find out from the guy. I was going to the library. So I was trying to find out from the guy, please, where is the library? I want to go to the library. I've been trying to locate the library. So the way the guy was describing the thing for me, I kind of suspected, because he was telling me to go to where I'm coming from. So I was like, that can't be the library, because I'm just coming from there. So why are you pointing there? So the guy said, no, he doesn't care if I don't believe him, but that's the library. So I decided not to listen to him. I went to the other side. I was trying to find out if the library was actually there. But to cut the whole story short, after 5 minutes of leaving this guy, there were a group of guys with ladies within them. You know, I saw that they were just crowded. So I went to meet them. I said maybe 1 or 2, 3 might know the library, guys, because I was staying in that area in the city at that time. And guys, behold, few minutes after leaving these people, I found out that my phone has been taken from my pocket. So these are the things you should know before coming to Highland. Missing people, missing phone, picking things, you know. But when you are outside the main city, you go to other part of Ireland, other part apart from Dublin areas, you know, there are just some certain places that are jegulas in, if you know what I mean, you know, in Highland, that you will experience these things. So guys, that brings me to the end of the video. I'll be able to share few, you know, points, few thoughts. In English language, we'll call it the disadvantages, guys, of coming to Highland, which I have outlined to you guys. And I hope you buy this viewpoint of mine. I talked about the first one is accommodation. Accommodation is very, very difficult in Ireland. The second point is the rates of this accommodation. The rates, as in the amount, the money is very high, is on the high side. If you have to stay in Ireland, you will be ready. If you want to pay cheap, you'll be ready to squat with other people. You'll be ready to share the apartment with other people so that your money can reduce. The third point was the weather. The weather is windy, freezing, cold, hot, guys. And the last one was missing people, missing chicken, missing cats, dog, human beings. So you got human beings. So guys, ongoing in Ireland. So guys, thank you. I hope you enjoy this video and you accept this viewpoint of mine, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, which I'll be talking about why you should come to Highland. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.